Welcome, Capricorn, to your love reading for the 11th and the 12th of 2018. So that's going to be Thursday and Friday. So we're going to see what's going on with you. Let's see. Team card off the cross spread for Capricorn. So let's see the head of everything. Person comes towards you. Their response, advice, outcome for Capricorn. Okay. So we have here, Queen of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, person that you might be around, energy that you could be developing, something that kind of entices you to make a move on somebody. Now affected in a positive way though, because either good communication, being around them energetically, but either wanting to do recreational things with them, it just depends, but they might affect you in some way. Now, so that person might be doing their thing, could be working, you could be working as well, just doing the right things for you and them. Say if you're dealing with somebody else, now two people showing up, two people that you might be into, there could be a choice, but there does seem to be a good vibe though of strength and security that might be coming from both of you and them. And there does definitely seem to be a choice or something that keeps you together, something that constantly motivates you. You're motivated by them energetically, and you might be motivated. They might be motivated by you practically. How does it might be showing up? So, the recent past, someone that you might have been thinking about, someone that may have returned to you. So, people, a love interest from the past, or someone that you might have thought about reuniting with, and when someone comes out of the blue, you might feel like, whoa, I have feelings for them now. Should I open up to them again, or should I decide to move on? It just depends in some way. That's interesting because I got a private reading, but I haven't done it just yet. But it's part of what could be going on here, I feel. And that's interesting. I'm sure this person might be watching it. But the head of everything, what could be, delay in communication, not really opening up to that person. So it's almost like someone that comes to you, or you're thinking about making a decision about someone that you're thinking about from the past, and someone that you're currently dealing with. You might not communicate with them because you're not sure of what to do, or sure of how the person that you could be waiting on is dealing with someone else from the past, because that person could have children with them. It just depends on how the family tie might be. Alright, so the person that's coming towards you, again, Scorpio had this. So Scorpio had this, and there does seem to be like a intense mental thing that they might have going on. So obsessively thinking about you, obsessively thinking about another person, or what to do and what not to do, what not to say. So really in their head about things and not able to rest. Your response though, you might, again, you shut that person down. You might have an argument, dispute, confrontation could be going on that might be really intense, so you don't follow through on things that you may have had planned, or even planning to open up to them right now. You could be holding back and thinking about somebody, but focusing on doing what's best for you right now, all right, or your marriage or your children, things like that. Now, their response, they're focusing again on financial or material wealth and that kind of commitment, I feel. Your advice is to keep busy, all right? If you feel like that's the best thing for you to do, just make sure that if you are keeping busy, that it's not busy too much focused on things where you do pull back and you might have an issue with opening up to somebody. Don't allow that to affect you so much if you feel you're not ready, but it tells you to kind of maybe get ready for that time by focusing on career commitments or other people, socializing, having a good time, and maybe having a good time with the work that you do. So maybe remove yourself from being stuck or trapped. And here we have trying to figure out what you actually want. So some of you, maybe over the next 2 days, you might even be single. Some of you might be feeling that way, and you're trying to find out whether or not to open up to someone that you're currently been talking to. Maybe that you've been getting to know, and there's someone out of the blue from the past maybe came around to you in some way. Now, I haven't even looked into the reading for the other person, but it sounds like it's part of what they could be going through, something like that. So this really could resonate with a lot of you out there. So trying to bide your time and to figure out what you actually want right now. So let's see, clarify the Six of Cups and Mirrors for the person that you dealt with. Well, Six of Cups. That person, not in reverse, it's in your proposition, but that person, you may still have been in love with them, or you've been waiting on someone that you've been in love with, or that you're in love with, and it could be new love, but it's someone that may have separated for a little while and they may have returned, and you're trying to figure out whether or not to open up or to express yourself in some way. Clarify the Four of Swords in reverse for the person coming towards you for Capricorn. Yeah, and that person is because they, if it's someone else in their way, that might be an issue. If they constantly have their mind in overdrive and they're stressed out and they do things repeatedly and they're stuck in this fog, it can really block progress with moving forward, because it's almost the way of the universe protecting you from them, protecting them from themselves in a way, because if they don't have control over their mind, there's no telling what they might do. They might, say they want to move with you or come with you, and then they might make a change really quickly to kind of, jet, or they might make a plan to come see you and they don't do it. So I feel like the universe is allowing them to face their own emotional blocks or mental blocks or physical blocks, whatever it might be. I feel like that's part of what needs to happen. And let's clarify the Seven of Cups for Capricorn. Yeah, as you focus on becoming your own star right now, right? Focus on how to, because you could have options, right? And that person may see you as someone that does have options, but you're trying to figure out whether to grab onto that star and hold on and move away from somebody else and keep your options open in that way, or just figure out what things that you would like to pursue career-wise. It just depends there. I always add the career thing in the love readings because they affect you. They affect the relationship in all kinds of ways. So let's see. Messages for Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like that's what's happening. That's part of the story here, is even if someone does return to you from the past, or you feel like going back to somebody, you're waiting around, the universe is protecting you and them from themselves, all right? Because I feel like they might have some things where they could create obstacles for both of you. So just my messages for Capricorn for the next 2 days. Then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Maybe both of you have known each other to go through these same kind of issues, and a lot of times the universe will bring you together in a new life to see how you might be able to resolve the issues, either move on from each other or move together in a healthier way. All right, messages for Capricorn. And then we have getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond does deepen. Taking those steps slowly. Sometimes you might shut down at times. Sometimes they might shut down, and if you do shut down, it's like you get to know that person by how they might respond to you and what they might do. Do they go off? Do they shut down as well? Do they go talk to somebody else, or do they jump ship? These are kind of things where you test and see. It's not like you're testing them, but sometimes people do that, and it's almost like the universe is doing that as well, to see how you might respond to this particular situation. And sometimes it's like putting you to the test. Do you accept someone from your past that you have moved on or let go of from legitimate reasons, because they cheated, because they constantly cheated, if you gave them another chance, or vice versa, you done these kind of things? How are you going to really reveal the true you and allow the other person to reveal themselves? It does take time. So that's going to be a reading. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com, schedule something for you. Have a good one.